Hello everyone and Merry Christmas! Happy Christmas Eve to all of you. Yes, we're doing our Christmas Eve weekend forecast, so it's a bit of a tradition. GavsWeatherVids, so we always do this every Christmas. Going to go through the full Christmas week, so we're going to start off today. Christmas Eve, go all the way into the new year on a day-by-day basis, and we'll be showing you, what's going to happen over the next week or so. So I shall get on with that for you in a second. Just say about the first video today was our 7 AM upload. It's going to be a live stream tonight, starting around quarter to 10:45, and we'll be streaming into the beginning of Christmas Day, so just in the first 10 minutes or so of Christmas Day, just to say that we've streamed on Christmas Day, basically. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a laugh. Sal's going to be joining me on the live stream, and we're going to have a chat, and we'll chat with you. And, it's just going to be a nice, quiet Christmas Eve live stream. So I shall see you then, hopefully. And but if not, you'll be able to watch the video on demand, So I appreciate everybody's going to be busy. A lot of people will be busy with family stuff and that on Christmas Eve. So, if you can't watch it live, you'll be able to watch it on demand. That is going to be absolutely great. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. I'll tell you what's happening on Christmas Day at the end of the video. Thank you so much to Richard for the gift. This is kind of like the 20-bit Christmas update, I suppose. So thank you so much to Richard for this season's Christmas updates gift. It's been amazing. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Rich. And happy Christmas to Richard, of course. Merry Christmas, Rich. Right, I've got to say thank you so much to our latest PayPal donator. So thank you so much, and Merry Christmas. Thank you so much to Paul Spain. Thank you so much to Paul Spain for the donation. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Paul. If you'd like to give a donation to GavsWeatherVids via our PayPal page, you can do so by finding the link in the description with the video, and it'll take you through to this page. You sign into your PayPal account and give whatever donation you would like. Thank you so much to Paul, and thank you so much to all of our PayPal donators, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and Merry Christmas to all of our patrons as well. Thank you so much to all patrons, and of course thank you so much for your kindness, generosity, and Merry Christmas to all of our YouTube channel members as well. We've got over 65 YouTube channel members, and that's incredible and amazing too. If you'd like to become a GavsWeatherVids YouTube channel member, all you need to do is come to our YouTube homepage, click the join button, where it takes you through to another page, and you can see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member on that page. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of our patrons, all of our donors, all of our channel members, all of our super chatters, however you support GavsWeatherVids. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. And of course, Merry Christmas to all of our 13k subscribers as well. Right, so with that done, I think we shall now get on with the weekend broadcast for this Christmas week. So, this is how the radar is currently looking from the weather outlook, and we can see we've got patchy, showery rain with a little bit of hill snow mixed in across southern and southeastern parts of Scotland, just stretching down into northeastern England, and another more definitive band of rain coming through Ireland, Wales, southwestern England. If I add on the temperature overlay, so we've got a huge contrast in temperatures today, only 3 degrees across the far north of Scotland currently, and 12 degrees across the southwest of England. That's the battle lines drawn, and 2 or 3 days ago, it did look as though those very cold temperatures up in the north and the northeast would descend through this Christmas. But we know what happened around 3 days ago. The models all flipped. And so southern areas are looking at a mild Christmas. It was never really going to be a cold Christmas down in the far south. The cold weather was generally being delayed until after Christmas anyway. But for southern areas it will be a very mild Christmas, but northern areas will get quite a cold Christmas actually. Scotland is going to have a genuinely cold Christmas with some impressively cold overnight temperatures as well. So here's today's toxic pressure chart. You've seen this so often over the past few weeks. We've been focusing on this scenario. So, of course, you've got this very, very cold air sitting across Northern Europe and Scandinavia. You've got this blocking area of high pressure on Greenland and Iceland. May want to combine and push this really cold air from Northern Europe into the west, but low pressure in the Atlantic is just too powerful. It's just fending it off. But look at the upper air temperatures. You see how cold, how close that really cold air is. You just have to travel into the North Sea, and the temperatures will take a plummet. So over Denmark, for example, very, very cold Christmas Eve there. much of Scandinavia, also very, very cold, as is Northern Europe, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, really cold up there in the northeast of Europe. Meanwhile, for us, the battle lines, I say, are drawn, so we've got the cold air into Scotland. It has arrived there, but milder further south and southwest. If I show you the dew points today, again, you can see just how close we are. This is the closest we've been for many years to having a real freeze up, you know, real cold, proper cold, snowy Christmas. And it may be many, many years before we get to this again, to be honest. It's one of those scenarios that is very unique, very much a one-off type scenario. So, you know, it's disappointing because it could be a lot of years, many years. I may be dead, who knows? It could be many years before we get this kind of pattern again. Anyway, the weather for this Christmas Eve is looking like this. We're going to have showery outbreaks of rain and hill snow gradually drifting south and fizzling out across Scotland and northern England. Meanwhile, the wet weather across Wales, southwest England will gradually move northeastwards in towards parts of Midlands and central southern England by the end of the afternoon. Few mist and fog patches could continue in the south and southeast. Scotland will turn drier and brighter, and it'll be colder up in the north, with temperatures across northern Scotland, as just saw, only around 2 or 3 degrees. A cold perceived there, but a really mild perceived down in the far south and southwest, with temperatures around 12 or 13 degrees. Overnight tonight, again, the battle goes on. High pressure to the north-northeast, low pressure out to the west and to the southwest. So that band of rain across Wales and Midlands, central southern England, will move eastwards and generally turn lighter and patchier as it does so. Might bring more showers into far southwest by the end of the night. Otherwise, it could be a lot of low cloud, mist, murk, maybe fog across parts of England and Wales. Scotland down to northern England, though, will be much clearer and also much colder, with a widespread frost developing. Temperatures in some Scottish Glens might go down to around -8 degrees tonight. Really cold night in like the Glens of Scotland, rural areas of Scotland. Meanwhile, in the south, it's going to be exceptionally mild, with temperatures holding up at around 10 or 11 degrees across parts of Cornwall. So Father Chris is going to need his extra winter coat tonight for delivering those presents across Scotland, but he'll need to put his Bermuda shorts on when he gets down to Cornwall. Into tomorrow, Christmas Day, is going to look like this, with low pressure to our southwest moving in off the Atlantic, coming up against this blocking area of high pressure is weakening to the north and the northeast. Scotland and northern England will get a cold Christmas Day with plenty of sunshine, especially for Scotland. 1 or 2 rogue wintry showers are possible, but there will be lots of dry weather in the north. Meanwhile, further south, we have a very damp, dreary, grey start across England, Wales, and probably Northern Ireland too. But some fog patches may be around in places. And then wet weather arrives across Wales, southwest England in the morning, gradually pushes northeast through the afternoon, might deliver a little bit of snow to the northern Welsh mountains maybe. But otherwise, we're just looking at rain in the south and the southwest on Christmas afternoon. Temperatures, again, big range of temperatures. Probably not getting above freezing across northern Scotland, saying that around freezing all day there. But further southwards, we might be up to around 12 degrees on the south coast. So, again, a big old range in temperatures. And as we go through into Christmas night, we look like this. So let's just flip this over, shall we? There we go. We find this area of low pressure again just moving a little bit further north. That'll take the rain from Wales and Midlands, central southern England, northwards towards northern England, where it might turn to snow, particularly over high ground of the Pennines, possibly down into the far north of the Midlands, maybe Buxton, somewhere like that. Usually does pretty good in these situations. So yeah, there will be snow around on Christmas night through those northern parts of England in particular. We might even bring some snowflakes down to quite low levels across parts of Greater Manchester, for example. Further southwards, though, we're going to be looking at quite a bit of wet weather in the south-southwest until it pushes through. But it'll turn drier again, probably quite damp and dreary. And then that leaves Scotland north-east with a mostly dry Christmas night, but it will be cold again, very cold Christmas night in the north. Might get temperature down to -10 in the Scottish Glens. Meanwhile, in the southwest of England, temperature's probably around +10. So again, very large and unusual contrast in temperature from north to south, and most of us across England, Wales are left wondering what might have been. Into Boxing Day, we'll take that trough northwards. That'll take the rain a little bit further north. Again, there could be some snow mixed in across northern England in towards southwestern parts of Scotland. So particularly over high ground, but a few flakes could fall to lower levels. Further southwards, it'll turn brighter, but with a few scattered showers. Then that leaves much of central, northern, eastern Scotland, mainly dry with some sunny spells. Still cold in the north, temperatures barely get above freezing across northern Scotland. Temperatures very mild in the south and southwest, around 12 degrees. And in between, you probably see those milder temperatures just beginning to push a little bit further northward. So Wales and the Midlands see the temperature moving up by 2 or 3 degrees. Right, that takes us through to Monday. We've got this shallow area of low pressure across the country, so we're looking at like showery bursts really on Monday. The devil is in the detail with that. There could be some quite wet weather in the far south and southeast, so maybe another band of rain through parts of northern England. There will be dry weather around too, and probably a little bit more in way of bright conditions as well. Temperatures on Monday beginning to edge up. So in Scotland, we go from being around freezing to seeing a temperature at around 4 or 5 degrees. In the south, it will continue to be quite mild with temperatures of around 12 degrees possible. I'm going to go through into Tuesday, and we're pushing a weather front across the country, a warm front. That's going to start to introduce a very mild push of air from the Azores. So Tuesday might start off quite cold and grey, particularly in northern and eastern areas, but a band of cloud and patchy rain probably spreads in from the Atlantic through the day, and that will begin to lift the temperatures up in the southwest, probably going to around 12 or 13 degrees. Well, I say lift up, but it's never really been low, of course, in the south and southwest. But anyway, temperatures will be very mild in the south and southwest. In the northeast, it might be a little bit on the cooler side, perhaps on Tuesday. But by Wednesday, we're sending high pressure up over France, Spain and Portugal with low pressure out to the north and west. That's going to drag up an exceptionally mild air mass for New Year from the Azores. So Wednesday, we'll see a lot of wet weather across northern and western areas, outbreaks of heavy and persistent rain. This sort of pattern that can see the rain totals really clogging up over the western side of high ground, so we might start to have to worry about some localised flooding in northern and western areas as we go in towards the new year. Meanwhile, further south and southeast, there will be a lot of dry weather, albeit rather cloudy, with best of any sunshine probably in the southeast corner. Temperatures ranging from around 8 to 15 degrees. Yes, that's right, 15 degrees possible on Wednesday. And then into Thursday, again, it carries on with high pressure over France, Spain and Portugal, low pressure out in the Atlantic, and again, we continue to drag up those exceptionally mild southwest winds. We could be breaking records for the warmth at the end of the week. Temperatures on Thursday likely to be ranging again around 8 to 15 or maybe even 16 degrees. 16 is 61 Fahrenheit. It's a more like the sort of temperature you'd expect at the end of May rather than the end of December. We will have further outbreaks of rain across northern and western areas. That might produce some localised flooding as well. The driest weather will be in southern and eastern parts of the country, and lots of cloud, but maybe some bright sunny spells in the far south and southeast. New Year's Eve is looking really mild as well, although we are trying to raise heights a little bit over Iceland, so trying to pull some colder air into the north of Scotland. We may actually do so. Northern Scotland might turn a bit colder on New Year's Eve, but it will be quite wet again in the north and west. The driest weather will be with this ridge of high pressure in the south and in the southeast. Temperatures again could be up around 15 or 16 degrees. I would not rule that out. Could well be breaking records, a record-breaking spell of warm weather around the new year. I say warm rather than mild because those temperatures are warm. In the north, perhaps just a little bit colder across the far north of Scotland. A really exceptional, end to the year. And then we go through into the first day of 2022, and we're going to do so on a mild note again, very mild in the south and east anyway, with temperatures well into double digits, if not teens Celsius. This area of low pressure could bring wet and windy weather into the north and the west. And then as that pushes through from New Year's Day into 2nd of January, sunny 2nd, we possibly see the wind going into the west. That's a little bit cooler, will be a little bit cooler, still mild on average, but just more sensibly cooler. And on a slight ridge of high pressure, it might be a drier, brighter day as well, but more low pressure is waiting in the wings in the Atlantic, along with more very mild air, probably, for the first week of January. Right, well, that's it then, everybody. That is your weekend forecast for this Christmas week. It's not the forecast I expected to be delivering 2 or 3 days ago. I thought we'd have a colder Christmas week than that. And I'm sure it's not the forecast so many of you wanted to hear. But there we go. That's the way weather gods have decided it's going to go this Christmas. And there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to go along with whatever they decide is going to happen. So, That's it. You all have a fantastic Christmas. I know you will, despite the disappointment with weather. I know so many of you are, a little bit disappointed, but I know you'll all have a fantastic Christmas. Just to say that coming up tomorrow, Christmas Day, can I have a 7 a.m. upload, of course, first thing. Might even be released at 6 a.m. as it's Christmas Day. And then at 8 p.m. we'll have the premiere of our Christmas Day historic video looking at all New Year's data from 1836 to present. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic watching. We'll be premiering that on Christmas night. So just say we're going to be live streaming as from around 11 tonight, 10:45 late start, and be live streaming into the first sort of 10 minutes or so on Christmas Day. So Sammy and myself will see you then. But for this Christmas Eve weekend broadcast, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Bye for now.